Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys. Jarrell here.
And I'm Josh, and today we're here to discuss The Walking Dead and 5 villains who deserve a spin-off, a full spin-off, and 5 villains that deserve kind of a mini-series, or maybe a webisode.
Yeah, kind of like what they're planning on doing with Tales of the Walking Dead, kind of a episodic, yeah. 1 episode, maybe 1 to 3. So basically, a full spin-off. You could say range 6 to 10 episodes, maybe 12, depending. Because, we don't even know how long the Carol and Daryl spinoff is going to be. But basically giving you more time, more information on this. And then the smaller portion of it, you'll get more information, but it's a little bit quicker and only hit the high points.
Yeah.
So we're excited for this. I mean,
could you rank those quickly in your head? I could, yeah. So you want to do it?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
We'll go best to worst.
Worst
to best.
Worst to best.
Worst to best. Okay.
Worst to best.
All right. So let's start off with a full spinoff.
Yeah,
so
full.
these are villains in The Walking Dead that would be an amazing full spinoff series.
Yeah.
I already have my top. I have my bottom.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's do it.
What's
your bottom?
Bottom.
So 5. Number 5.
Number 5. I wouldn't say best to worst. I would just rank them to the order I'd probably want to see them in. Let's do it that way.
Okay.
Better?
I have an argument for a good one, but okay. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So I would say my number 5 would be Gareth and Terminus.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah. So Gareth and Terminus, fun fact, if you guys don't know, Terminus is loosely based off of the Hunters, which were in the source material. Same kind of villains. They were cannibalistic. They were brutal in the comics, actually.
They were very
for the length
brutal.
of time that they had. But it would be very cool to see, because when we met Gareth and we learned more information, actually not when we met him, when Rick was about to kill him, he said that Terminus was a very nice community until they came in, attacked them, turned things around, and then that's what forced them to become evil and cannibalistic. I would like to see the beginnings. I don't want to see who they is, but it would be cool to see the beginnings of Terminus and seeing that event which made them become cannibals and freaking crazy psycho people.
The they is Negan.
It could have been. Could have been.
No. The story is interesting of how they became who they were. Because, look, I mean, do you believe him? You know, they were good people at one point. So something terrible had to happen to this group.
Yeah.
And how they got to that place would be interesting.
Yeah, would be cool.
Yep. I'll go next.
Okay. Yeah.
So I would say number 4 for me would be the Scavengers.
That's the same for me.
Nice.
Yeah, the Scavengers, Jadis and Ann, or Jadis/Ann. And because, yes, this will roll into giving us more information on CRM, but learning how Jadis got to the Scavengers, how she became the Scavengers. And yes, the Scavengers were also based off of the comic book source material. They weren't as cool as they were in the TV show.
They were nowhere near this.
But there wasn't much in the source material for the Scavengers. But
the reason why why I'd want to see theirs is because them as a spinoff is because we know about them just from what we've seen on the show, but we don't know the details because they were annihilated by Simon. And you could make an argument, well, we don't know. Like, were her Scavengers also a part of CRM?
Right.
Or was it just Jadis? And if they were a part of CRM, then we'd get to see that. It'd just be cool. And sprinkle in the cool CRM stuff.
Sprinkle that in. Basically also find out how Jadis got the RV.
You'd have to start with Jadis.
You know what I'm saying?
You'd really have to start with Jadis because the Scavengers, I think, start with Jadis.
Yeah.
I got the impression she started that group. I think she even said it.
Yeah.
To Negan.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be cool because, like, yeah, she has the helipads in there. Was that helipad in there just because it's a junkyard, or was it placed there by CRM because
that freaking modern trailer?
The modern trailer, solar panels. I mean, it would be really cool to see that beginning. I really would think
Absolutely.
so. So, then I would say probably my number 3 would be Alpha, Beta, and the Whisperers.
Damn, we're on. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that has to be, bro.
So this I struggled with this one or the governor, but this one very interesting, very interesting, especially with what they did in the show, with Alpha, and I specifically, and you've talked about this, want to see like how the hell did she.
How the hell did they start it?
Yes. How did she? What's the word I'm looking for? Recruit.
Exactly.
How the hell did she recruit people?
Exactly. That's huge.
Like it's.
I bet you we could say right now, just going off a theory, she has a good way, you could say, of manipulating people and feeding into their anger and feeding into their personality, which is exactly what she did with Beta. So she could use that with other people that they meet out on the road or out wherever they are, see that they're struggling, and use her influence of how she sees this world and just feed that into their brains to where they're just like, oh, yes, Alpha, I will follow you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be something, but I want to see it.
I just see her being like a psychologist, right? Like someone that knows how to just mind F you.
Yeah. And then
and I don't know if that's a psychologist or not.
Right. And then the very first moment that they make their masks and decide we wear masks and walk like the dead.
That's...
because we don't get that in the source material. You don't get a lot of backstory in the source material, and we didn't get it here. We got a little bit just because of Alpha and Beta, of kind of who they were and their kind of beginning. But we're really talking about the beginning of the Whisperers.
Yeah, like the very, very beginning.
Yeah.
And even show the fall of humanity in that, and how Alpha got to that under that basement, right? With her Lydia's dad,
right?
And then show freaking Beta and how he got to where he was at. You could do it from both parts. Like, you start the show off with cutting to one person and another, and then they meet. Oh, dude,
that'd be so sick. So yeah, our number 2, I think we agree, would be the Governor and the Rise of Woodbury.
Absolutely. And guys, this one would be, even though it's not up the top one for me, I think it would be the most fun.
A lot of information, because they can go off of the novels. There's
what I was
novels of this, dude.
Lots of them.
Yeah.
What, 3?
No, there's like 5 novels.
Exactly. Okay, there you go.
There's the Rise of Woodbury, like the Fall of Woodbury, the Rise of the Governor, the Rise of Woodbury. There's like 5 novels. We've mentioned it in previous videos that we would love, and the actor would love to return as the
He's already
Governor.
said it.
Yeah, he's already mentioned it many times.
And so I've read, I think I got 7 chapters in, and it is not because it is a boring book that I put it down. It's obviously life, but I was 7 chapters into that thing, and I'm like, this is awesome.
I read a couple too, and it was like, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so like this would be an amazing story that they have the material for. That's why I almost put this at number 1.
Gotcha. Well, number 1... I'm wearing the shirt.
I don't have... Man, I had an Alpha shirt. I
had
had a Beta shirt on.
It's Negan and the Saviors.
Negan and the Saviors.
Come on. They gave us... It sucked. It was awesome they gave us to us in the bonus episode, but it sucked that we saw the very first moment he holds Lucille from Laura, of all people. But seeing how he then begins the Saviors and recruiting, and we'll get Laura, we'll see Dwight, Sherry, we'll see Simon.
Yes.
We want Simon.
That's the biggest one for me, is Simon. I almost put Simon up in this category because I wanted to see a spinoff of him.
We were talking about that, and we were like, they'll probably roll Simon in with the whole thing. Yeah. But a Simon on his own, I think, would be cool.
Guys,
maybe an episode or something.
We got a taste of it, and it was delicious.
It was amazing. We have to get Negan and the Saviors.
You are going to turn people, like that episode, it humanized Negan.
You did.
And I think I'd be curious to know how many people after watching that episode said, okay, I like this guy.
Right.
You do a spinoff of right after that event, you will get people hating him all over again.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he is not the same guy.
He's not.
After he loses Lucille.
He's not.
And, we get to see him returning to that guy now, but definitely not that person then.
Not that person anymore.
So you will get hate for him again.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if I'm going to do a ranking for the next one.
Let's not do that.
Not for these. So, again, these guys are kind of the mini spin-offs, kind of what they can maybe do for Tales of the Walking Dead, an episode, maybe 1 to 3 episodes, depending. And we kind of just went through the list of all the kind of the villains that were out there that kind of made an impact in the show, and that would be cool to see something just to get a little more information on these guys.
Yeah, keep in mind these guys might be multi-episode villains, or maybe just quick,
1 episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 episode. So we will start with Joe and the Claimers. They really weren't like villains per se. I mean, they were tough guys, but I think it'd just be cool to find out more about them.
Yeah.
I mean, we know how they came up with their rules, but I would like to see when they came up with those rules. Did they always have those rules? Who was it? Joe, who
It was
maybe
Joe.
after the first
Had to have been
couple
Joe.
times they were stealing from people, they were like, all right, we got to get some rules in place, man. So I think it would be cool to see something on those.
Yeah, I just don't know if they're that villainous, right? They just they're just
They're antagonists, but they're not like true villains.
they're rough and they don't give a flying fuck, right?
Yeah.
And that was basically them, right?
Right. Yeah, for sure. The next one, the Wolves.
These people were a few fries short of a happy meal.
They were, and it would be cool to see something a little more on them. How much more? Episode 2, I have no idea. It's just learning more about them.
Yeah, but we kind of got for me, I got all I needed
Oh, did you?
from that guy.
Well, yeah.
Sitting at the campsite with Morgan.
With Morgan?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of, I want to know a little more before that,
Sure.
like seeing a lot of this stuff, at the fall and leading after the fall, just of how these people formed their group. How did they come up with their ideologies? That's what's really intriguing for me, and to be able to see that is really just kind of seeing how they all formulated all these ideas to say, okay, this is our idea. We're sticking with it. We're going to be crazy and be called the Wolves and just do crazy shit.
And put W's on our heads.
And put W's on our heads and just go psycho. That's what I want to know.
Yeah. They were an interesting group. They didn't stick around too long, though.
No, not too long. So the next one, Dave and Tony.
We actually love these guys.
We like these guys. When I was looking this up, I couldn't remember, but yeah, their group was called The Living.
I didn't know that.
Never knew that.
I didn't know that.
Never knew that. It was on.
I always imagined they were factions of Negan, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it was on Walking Dead's fandom Wikipedia, so I was like, Living, interesting.
No.
They're not like true villains. They were antagonists, but they were kind of their group seemed to be pretty brutal. And if this is how they did business, where they're about to kill Rick and Glenn and Herschel, then yeah, they're probably doing this all over the place.
It just seemed like they were trying to get information, not to survive, because that's how it came off.
That's how it came off.
But they were just pretty suspicious about it. It seems like they were getting information to ransack
exactly
settlements.
They were just evil guys.
Like freaking Vikings or whatever.
Yeah.
Like just pillage and just take what they want.
Yeah, they were marauders. They were, just killers. And so it'd be cool to see kind of the formings of their group and their travelings. And then you could then end the series or the episode leading to the bar.
Yes.
Because that's where those two end. But we don't know their group, though. You know, what happened to their group?
The Living.
Did they get on a train and go out
To Nebraska?
west to Nebraska?
I hear it's nice.
It is nice. Hot as hell right now.
Yes, it is.
The next one, Tomas. And we say the prisoners, but the other prisoners weren't really that evil as Tomas. But it would actually just be cool to see what went down at the prison during the fall, which we kind of got a glimpse of it that a lot of them left. But what was Tomas like?
Yeah, this one would almost
Early
have
stages.
to be like a web series.
Webisode.
Yeah, because there's just not much. Look, they're confined into a prison.
Right. And
Not much you can do
and
there.
they stayed there.
Yeah.
Until Rick got there.
Yeah.
So it would just be cool to get, just the missing pieces that we didn't get to see early on,
Yeah.
I would say. So the last one,
This is a good one.
definitely Maze. That's the character we forgot who Robert Patrick played. Yeah.
That'd be a good one, dude.
Just to see what he was doing before Aaron and Gabriel came across him, like just years before, you could say, because, as The Walking Dead, we're 12 years into the apocalypse now. Let's go back a number of years with Maze and see what the hell he was doing during
Not
this
just
fall.
that, just what he did to his brother. Like this dude was crazy, crazy. So that's just not something that
happens
he
on a
did,
whim.
he did to his brother.
No.
Like, how many other people did he run along?
Right.
Like,
For sure.
it'd be interesting. He was an interesting character.
It'd be cool.
And the fact that he's an amazing actor helps too.
Oh, yeah, for sure, guys. So let us know what you think, guys. Let us know your top 5 for the full spinoff series and any other miniseries ones. I'd say some little outliers or ones that didn't make the list. There's the woman Jocelyn, Michonne's friend.
Oh, God.
We kind of got all we needed to, but do you really want to see how she started gathering kids to be part of her group? I mean, would you really want to see that shit?
Yeah.
Just
not
a bunch
really.
of kids going around killing people and manipulating people? It'd be insane. But she was a crazy antagonist kind of villain or whatever. God, who else was there? I mean,
Shane.
we got all we got from Shane, dude.
I know, but I just want to see more.
I know. We got all we got from Shane. That was kind of on a list as well.
I just want to see more, dude. That guy was awesome. I wish they
yeah.
would have kept him around.
Yeah. The Vatos, I mean, they really weren't a villain. They were kind of a part antagonist, but then they weren't really a villain, but it would be cool to see more on the Vatos.
We also got information of what happened to them.
Oh, yeah. They were wiped the hell out. They were wiped the hell out. God, who else? Yeah, there's plenty more that we just can't think of, but I mean, just maybe single, just one person, one part of a group, but just because of they're so small, I don't know if it really fit doing like a 1-episode webisode of it.
You know what'd be cool? That freaking this is not even related to villains, but that astronaut dude.
Oh, that's Fear, but I know what you're talking about.
Oh, that's Fear. That's right.
Fear, yeah,
Wouldn't
yeah.
that be cool?
That would be cool.
Do something from there's people in space.
Yeah. The
What
people
the
in the space
hell
station.
happened to them?
Yeah. Yeah, that was Strand who was talking to the guy on the radio.
That's
But yeah,
right.
that would be
Yeah,
cool.
Do a
Though.
webisode of that.
That would be cool. Showing what the astronauts in like the space station are doing as the fall happens, and
There's got to be some type of contingency plan to
You
them
own-
get back to Earth, but show that. I don't know. I don't know.
you have to go on a rocket,
Oh,
and you only have so much oxygen on that thing, so
yeah.
you're not getting any resupplies. So, yeah, let us know what you think. Your top 5 or your ranking 5 of full series. Anything that we missed. Throw in something that you would think would be interesting to see. We
Throw in
definitely
Fear
would love
if
to
you
see
want
it.
to.
Yeah, throw in some Fear stuff. We may do this for Fear as well. I think we probably will. We'll
I'm sure.
We'll take a little bit, gather that information for you. So, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. Let us know what you think in the comments. We'd love to chat with you. We'll see you soon. I'm Jarrell.
I'm Josh.
We're NocBro Nation.
We're out.